Hey, hold on. I just woke up. I saw Star Trek last night, and so in a second. I just woke up. Let me get this all straightened out. If I don't, I might just. It's just about time I clean my lens here. Nice special effect here, but I wonder if it's just something a little. I got other cameras and stuff. But there we go. Kind of warm in here too. I know I should be. But yesterday was my brother Edward's birthday. And let me just, I know I should work out, but just, I've been sitting behind a computer. Anyway, I saw Star Trek last night, and let's toss this on. And I had my first cup of coffee today. I just woke up. I know I look like it, but so let me tell you what happened. It was interesting. So I'm downstairs, and my dad's in the backyard, and so of course, I live in an upstairs apartment, and I used to live downstairs, but then they moved here, and then I moved upstairs, and so I rent this place. I'm the only one of my brothers that probably don't have their own house, even though I came here to buy one. I still always have to mention that. Came here with money, buy one for them. They into that real estate stuff. But anyway, so yesterday was my brother's birthday. Now my older brother birthday, Mark, his birthday was the 4th. And I called him and said happy birthday. And my brother Edward, so they're both Taurus, his birthday was yesterday, the 8th. Oh, ooh, first cup. Mammy. So Dad's talking to me, and I just, help in pulling out the weeds. Because my mom used to is really into flowers and stuff like that. Mama Threep was into flowers, and so I just asked her because we had the strange flower. Tulips, growing in the front of the lawn, but it's all set because we took down the hedge down there, the bushes on the front of the house. And so I was asking him about it, and he told me that they were going to take my brothers out, like Mark, Jason, my second youngest brother, and he's the only one that drives. They're going to come over here, pick up the car. He was going to drop off his hot rod. He's into motorcycles and stuff like that. I have 2 other brothers that drive, but none of the 3 or 4 of us, I forgot, I don't count. But and one of my nephews, which is actually my godson, and his name is Mark Jr., of course. His nickname is Beach. So that's my godson as well as my nephew. So which again, there's a certain hierarchy and entitlement when this godson. It really is, because I have responsibility of him when he if anything should happen. But I just generally just let him know that I have a different little extra special relationship, because that's how my godmom was. Sugar, my sugar mama, Beyonce, right? And Halo, I also loved by her as well. Very sweet song. So anyway, so they tell me, my dad tells me, oh, your brother's gonna take Edward, whose birthday, my younger brother after my sister, we're gonna take him to to the movies. And so they're going to come and get the car. My dad has an SUV. Jason has a 2-seater hot rod. So you're going to come over here, pick them up, and then they're going to go to the movie. He says, you want to go? And this is my dad. I said, oh, somehow he kind of informally, asked me did I wanted to go. And I happened to be thinking about getting out of the house and going to Star Trek, but I hardly ever go to movies anymore. And I used to go to every movie 4 or 5 times. I used to go to the dollar theaters and stuff like that, catch movies and stuff. I used to because, obviously, came with this cloth over here. Obviously, I'm into graphics and stuff like that, so I would watch the movies all the time. But now I know the technology and I'm very aware of the technology. I rarely ever go, to the movies. I'm usually studying what I need to know and stuff like that. So I never really feel like going to the movies. So so they finally come over, they pick them up, we go to the movies, and we go see Star Trek. And my brother, I'm preparing myself to deal with this ahead of time because my brother's talked to the movie and everything, right? And so I understand that and I'm having a great time watching the movie, and then my brothers are so loud, and it's aggravating, it's annoying because they constantly, they would talk at either during the absolute silence times, high drama, absolute silence, and that moment when the whole theater is like absolutely silent, you can hear them talking, and we all got deep voices, right? And my brother Mark has a deeper voice than me, and Jason talks loud, and he has a deep voice, and he's like, and he's usually asking what is going on in the movie, and the only reason why he don't understand it is because he's talking. And so I had already told him a couple of times, shut up, but they didn't hear that, of course, and then 5 minutes later, and then they think I'm just the mean, grouchy, crabby older brother, which is what they usually think about me anyway. So, it's not that, I'm just more serious, and I'm into the movie, I'm taking it in, understanding it, and he complaining about he don't understand the time juxtapositions and time travel and space-time continuums, and he don't understand the concept because he don't listen. So anyway, I'm going to call him in a little bit and explain it to him, like a day after. But, they're shushing him, like, shh. We get outside the movie, and I'm like, okay, see, I told you I was going to do that. And what got me is that my brother Jason, who I was sitting next to, and I was holding the popcorn, I said to him, you said during the movie you was going to be quiet. I told him before the movie started, be quiet, Didn't listen. So we're standing here, right? We going off, and of course we're joking and clowning like that. And so we're standing there, and they went up to get the car. And my brother, I don't know, I usually have fish on Fridays. And my brother Mark, he's smoking, right? We're going up the stairs, and we go up the wrong ramp, right, in the first place. And then we're going up the stairs, and some girl asked me something about, I said I was going to call 411 about the fish. And the girl asked me, she said, that it cost her extra money. And I'm talking to her. My brother is smoking, trying to light a cigarette. And my other brother's going up the ramp, and we lose him, right? So then we go back downstairs, and we're hollering up through the ramp trying to get him. And while we're hollering, it's those tier-story lamps, there's this guy, white dude up there, and he's like, yo, you want to see us jump to Eldorado? And I'm like, what? And he says, and as soon as he said, I knew what he was talking about, but what he was talking about was flying his Eldorado. Now, first thing, what white boy has an Eldorado nowadays? Do they even make Eldorados, right? And so he's like, yeah, I'm going to jump the Eldorado through the ramp, and I'm about to do 50 miles an hour through the ramp, and and the air gonna get underneath the Eldorado and watch and fly over. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, see, that's Star Trek. I'm trying to explain it. See, that happens in Star Trek, man. You can't do that on real life. It usually don't turn out the same results, And I'm like, Eldorados nowadays, they jump on anybody. You don't want to just go jump in an Eldorado around or be near an Eldorado that's jumping 50 miles an hour with air underneath it, right? And so I come up with this lame, wacko excuse because, I was with my brothers the whole day, and I'm thinking, oh, we're going to a movie, I should have brought a camera. So I said to him, oh, dude, that would be awesome, but I don't have my video camera with me, and so I don't want you to waste it, so don't do it. And really what I'm thinking is my brothers is up there, and they got my dad's car, and he talking about flying to Eldorado through it. I'm thinking, something gonna go wrong.